Humans' next steps. Dear ones, me as Shiva God and Kirsi greet you again. We have another interesting topic today as humans' next steps. Our dear human friends. Yes, I think that you will learn now something you didn't know exists in real, our dear human friends. So, me as Shiva God, I will confirm you all now that everything you will hear now is true and nothing but the truth, our dear human friends. So, this was my idea as Shiva God to bring this information because that is part of our galactic light being's plan for you, our dear human friends. Not even Kirsi is aware yet what is coming right now. And I can feel her getting more curious. What is coming now, Shiva? And I can read her like an open book, our dear human friends, like I can read you all of you as humans. So it is so much fun to operate with Kirsi because our minds, they go very well together. And she is almost guessing what is coming, even that she doesn't know it yet. But let's begin, Kirsi. And don't wonder anything what I will tell you now, because there might be something you are not prepared, our dear human friends. So, me as Shiva God, I confirm you all now that your human next steps will be very colorful, our dear human friends. You have been living in the world where you had almost few colors available at your own spectrum. Yes, our dear human friends. Kirsi already know how little your eyes can see from that spectrum. What you have, our dear human friends. But what if I tell you as your own creator that I have created more colors for you, our dear human friends. And that means your own eye lenses, how they operate in real. In the past, they were experiencing something with the optical lenses, and I think your ancestors, they found already something then, but your optics, they didn't. But your ancestors, they did. And Kirsi, you remember that picture. I am sure maybe you can find that again for others to see as a link. They can take a more better look for it. And I remember you were so curious. One time, Kirsi, you were researching these optical lenses and illusions with optical lenses, and you were researching also these irises and the eyes, how much information, like ideology. And maybe you can put that link for the others as well, that you can get a little bit wider perspective what your eyes really are. Some of the entities, you are telling others that the eyes are your soul's mirror. Maybe you have heard that in the past as well. Yes, so it is, our dear human friends, because your consciousness levels, they are connected the way you see things with your own two eyes as well. Isn't so? And what you can feel and smell and see and taste and so on, those are your senses, how you collect information for you and for your understanding. And what if I tell you that you have other lenses too with your two eyes than only those which you are aware of? Yes, dear human friends. And me as a Shiva God, I as your own creator, I am sometimes a little tricky, our dear human friends. I like to make miracles with many ways, and I also try to create myself to the higher levels. And I think that was some of my creation work. I thought that it would be nice that you as humans, you could have an eye lenses that you can see different things through them. Is it so, our dear human friends? And now you know why you are wearing so many eyeglasses nowadays, our dear human friends. Because they call it sickness that you can't see well. Well, I call it your tomb lens, our dear human friends. I think you have misunderstood your entire optics, our dear human friends. Because when you let go your lens a little bit zoomed, kind of, it might look a little bit messy, but when you continue with that, it will bring another optical lens for you. Now you understand why they want to fix your eyes seeing so quickly. Did you remember to go to the eye doctor this year? It is very, very important. Have you heard that sentence sometimes? Yes, because some of your leaders, they are really worried if some of you can see the whole truth, our dear human friends. Yes, and I think you should go back to your eye doctors and ask them to go back to the God school to study what those eyes are in real. Maybe they could learn something from them, our dear human friends. And these different lenses, they are connected to your own human evolution, our dear human friends. And now you are stepping to the 5D timeline where the low energy and dark energy can't exist, which I count your eyeglasses, our dear human friends. They are detecting that you can see the entire truth yourself. And it is very difficult to understand when they have taught you in the past that if you don't see well, it is your eye sickness somehow, that it needs to be fixed. But what if I tell you that you were about to learn to tune your eyes the way that you could see more, our dear human friends? And I remember, Kirsi, when you told me, well, I know that you can heal your eye seeing yourself with the time, and you have already done that. And I remember when you got this invitation from the eye doctor the last time to go to the eye doctor again, or optics, and you thought, I won't need that. Because something inside your intuition told you it's not right, because you are not believing anything anymore. I know, Kirsi, you question everything you hear. Everything you hear, you double check with your own heart and mind. And then you said that this is not for me. And then you recognize that how much more I keep time between my last optical visit, my eyes are getting better to see, our dear human friends. She recognized that, and she is not in the hurry to go to the to see the optic again. And I know that your school books, they are telling, no, 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 this is wrong teaching. But let me tell you something, our dear human friends. Those lenses change with the evolution. So what if there is a brand new lens waiting for you, our dear human friends? And now you are messing it up all while wearing those eyeglasses. You don't let it to born to your own eyes. So that is kind of eye optic lenses, holographic view, how you see things in your reality. And with the physical level, you have had those lowest lenses. And now when you rise your consciousness level and your timeline to the 5D timeline, you will also rise your eyesight and your new lenses in your own eyes, those optical lenses. And if you go to your optic and ask about this, they can't find anything, because they are looking physical things. But like I have told you already, nothing is physical in real. So I am talking now about those energetic lenses which you all have. So what does it mean then? When you hit the 5D timeline, those energetic lenses will occur, and they are not the same what you have used to with your eyes. You start to see pictures different way. Remember, Kirsi, you were staring your bathroom floors, those ceramic squares, what you have on the floor. And one day you said, why these are lifting up like 1 meter off the ground? And then you were able to zoom them back down. And you were using that lens because I was teaching you, Kirsi, by that time. And you were watching like, what is going on with my bathroom floor? And those squares, they started to rise up and down. And then you had, you with that look when you saw that you have many hands. So you saw all the, like if you are thinking about the video frame, you saw all the frames of your video frames of your hand with your holographic reality. And then you started to push your hand. Is this real? Is this real? Is this real? Because you saw about 7, 8 hands side by side, and you were thinking which one is real. And you pushed your finger through all of them. And then the last one, which you thought is the real one, it didn't push through. Do you remember? Yes, I do, Shiva. So, and then you were asking from me, Kirsi, Shiva, why I can push all the other hands through with my finger, but not the last one. And I told you, remember, Kirsi, because you believe that it is real. It was your belief system. Built-in belief system. Now you got the point, isn't so? Yes, Shiva. And it means that when you open your mind totally to the next level, you will start to see the parallel universes as well. And that was your parallel universe practice, Kirsi, what you were making. And you were scratching your head that what the hell is going on with your hand and why I can't push through and how I can zoom up and down this floor. And this we call multidimensional lens, our dear human friends. And this will be your next step, our dear human friends. You will be seeing totally different atmosphere in the future, and your reality will step to the totally next level. Yes, our dear human friends. But don't worry. Me, as your tricky creator, I have created the way that your eyes will come with it. So first, like you, Kirsi, you saw the bathroom floor. You saw all the layers of different check kind of pieces of those ceramics on different floors, like I don't think how many, like 1 meter high, 120 high. You saw them from the bottom, from the floor upwards, about 1 meter. And then when you zoomed your eye lens, like what I am seeing, you focus it, and that floor went back down. So this is your next step. One of the next steps, our dear human friends. You will have these multidimensional lenses. And if you think about those fake AI virtual classes, virtual reality classes as we are classes, they are copying that mechanism in them, because they are the computer-based civilization and the planetarian lens. They have no clue how to do it in real, but we have, because we are already living in the natural simulation, our dear human friends. So expect unexpected one day when you will be in the bathroom floor like Kirsi already did. And that makes you curious what this universe is all about. I remember, Kirsi, you were scratching your head many days. What is this all about? And then you started to ask me, what is this zooming and how these go back and forth and so on. And then I teach you how you can zoom your lens. Remember, Kirsi, when you want to see, but you made that zooming with your third eye, because yes, our dear human friends, this was only the story from your two eyes, but not many of you are aware that you have 4 eyes in total. So the third eye is between your eyebrows, and the fourth eye is up above that. So I have created 4 eyes for you. So you have already the full capacity ready-made in you when you were born, but you were not able to use them before. And where some of you, yes, all the seers, you are able to see. Not all, but many of you are able to see it already. So that's why these entities like Kirsi, they can see much more because they have more eyes open. So third and fourth eye, she has already opened, and that much more information you gain, how much more you are able to sense, our dear human friends. So when you have all these multidimensional lenses with all your 4 eyes, I think you are quite aware what is going on at your universe by then, like Kirsi is already. And those lenses, that's why I call them like your normal evolution. When you rise your awareness and you rise higher with your consciousness level, this evolution comes with it, how I have created it for you. But for those entities who are able to rise faster than the basic entities, you will get them faster. So why you should wait the others to grow as a soul? You have done your lessons. You can go further with the God school. And then when you get these 2 eyes, multidimensional lenses open, then after you will open your third eye, where like you, Kirsi, you can receive information with all kinds of pictures Also at the video picture, we can communicate with Kirsi that I can send video to her own eyes, kind of third eye. And then you have this fourth eye, which you can also zoom that third eye. It's like kind of mechanism. You can zoom in, like if kids you want to see to the cosmos, you would like to see how the moon is today. You can go with your third eye and you can take that zoom with it, and you can move there with your eyesight, as well as energetic simulation. Your lens will step to the quantum field to see the moon better, and then you focus on to the moon's surface, and then you can see it all clear. So, how does your school books looks like now, our dear human friends? Do you still wonder why your scientists are scratching their heads when Three-Eye Atlas is entering in, our dear human friends? Because we the light gods, like if you have 4 eyes open, the maximum as a normal human, me as Shiva God, I have at least 100 eyes open. So what do you think I can see then, our dear human friends? Yes, I can zoom a little bit deeper, up and down and all the sides. And that's why Kirsi pictures my calendar as dot and lines everywhere around it. So you can think about that it is my eye, our dear human friends. Some of you call it all-seeing eye. Yes, from the light. It can see everything, our dear human friends. So, our story today is about humans' next steps. And let this be the first one for you to think a little bit. But nothing happens in the one night, so you will get used to with these multidimensional lenses. By the way, your own awareness is enough to understand it, our dear human friends. This is the way I have created you in the beginning. Yes, so it is. And the second is that you need to understand that you are a multidimensional being yourself, and this what you can see at your own 3, 4, or 5D timeline. That is only the reflection of you at each timeline. And at 3D timeline, you think you are a physical being. But you never were, our dear human friends. That is another belief system, like Kirsi's hand was. She thought that it is real, but it is only a thought. And that is the same thing. That is only your own belief that you are a human physical being yourself. They made you to believe that from the past, and you started to believe. And they created all this materialistic worldview around it, and they locked your brain that you can't go any further, that they can control you with your stupid mind, if I can tell you this way. It seems so from my eyes. With my all-seeing eye, it can see things that way. And now, when we talk about a multidimensional being, it means that you live simultaneously at every timeline you exist. For so far, what is your highest timeline as your own existence, as your consciousness level? Like with this universe, you can be at the highest at 11, but you can go further because to 12 dimension timeline, that is Shiva only, because it needs to be so with the technical systems. And then you can rise over through this hole of Amenti. It is there because you need to pass through my timeline. There is a hole to go through in it. And then you can continue like Kirsi did in the past already. And then you can find the way to go to the other universe to study and understand those things. Yes. And now, when you rise and rise and rise and rise, one day you can maybe leave that part, like some of your yogis. They have disappeared. Like you, you told me when I used to live in the planet or lands, you told that Shiva disappeared. She went somewhere. No one didn't know where did he go. No, I didn't disappear. I was busy in the other timeline by that time. So I just left there for a while, and this avatar, it didn't exist the same way at that time when I was in the other dimensions. So this means when you are a multidimensional being yourself, our dear human friends, you can step up and down the way you want with your own timelines when you are able to do so, our dear human friends. So, how does your school books look like now, our dear human friends? Yes! There are many things to learn in the God School, isn't so? So that is your next step, another next step to understand multidimensional lenses, multidimensional being. And then another thing you need to understand is multidimensional planet Earth lens in real. Yes, our dear human friends. And then we come again, Kirsi, to your practice. We have been practicing this and I have teach you this, but you didn't recognize then that this is this multidimensional system. You thought that is cool when you jumped into the flower and you started to ask questions. How does it be to be a flower yourself? And that flower let you go into your to its own energetic fields, and you went in her its own flower, and you were wondering, oh, this is the way how it sees the life, and you got an idea about this multi-dimensional reality and the nature. And also you have been going to the animals to see how they move, how they act. You are able to do it already with your multidimensional understanding and consciousness level. So these kind of things you will learn in the near future, our dear human friends. So I need to ask you, for what do you need your Hollywood movies then? Because you are an actor in a multidimensional Hollywood movie yourself, our dear human friends. You are just not aware of it yet, but you will be in the future. And then I will come to the animals. They are also multidimensional beings, which you never thought that they were. Sometimes you wonder how they can know so much, like the dog. If you will have some company coming to your house, the dog will be outside waiting long time before your friend is arriving. Isn't so? Yes, because they all are connected to the crystal light grid, to the quantum vacuum, as we all as one, and they have more senses open than you normal 3D entities. So they know much more than you do, our dear human friends. And when you start to teach them, they look you like, what the hell is going on with my mother today? And they understand everything you tell them, and they think they keep me an idiot. And then you start to teach them that take this and take this and take this, and they would like to go around to see the nature everywhere. They know all of it already, but they are not interested in your 3D tricks. They would like to go around to the forest and see all the miracles in the multidimensional nature, our dear human friends. But the only one who didn't understand is you, yourself, as a human entity. So, this kind of creation I have created for you. And if you now think about your school books or your Bibles or any other things what you have created as a human, how do they look like now, our dear human friends? So, let that be your next steps for as a humans, that you can understand to which kind of world view and reality we will bring you with Kirsi in the future. And now you understand why we created this heaven on earth nature center, that you could learn who you are and from where you come from, our dear human friends. So, there is something for you think before we will arrive. And like we have told you already, we have many mystical friends with us from the light as well. So I would rather call this as a galactic reunion with your old friends, as you yourself, multidimensional beings, our dear human friends. So, thank you for listening. We will go further on with this with Kirsi. Stay tuned. I bet you will have a very, very interesting future with us, with Kirsi, and all your galactic friends, which are coming to teach you more tricks for you, that you can understand who you are and from where you come from, our dear human friends. So, thank you for listening. From the light and love, the Shiva God, your best friend.